Hey, how you guys doing today? So of course there was the conclusion of the Nijigasaki anime, so let's go over the results from you guys. So just as a disclosure, this is what the poll looked like. It was the same for every single episode. I had you guys rank the girls from 11 to 1, where 11 being your least favorite out of the group from Nijigasaki and 1 being your favorite from that group. So now that we are at the end, we get to see the results of how these girls evolved over time throughout the episodes and see who is everyone's favorite. So as from before, this is the result from the previous episode, episode 12, where we had Rina winning, Ayumu doing pretty well, and then of course we have like Karen, Emma, and Shizuku all doing pretty poorly, and then we have a bunch of the other girls moving up and down. You moved up a decent bit because of the kind of struggle she had with Ayumu, and then we had Kantu fell a little backwards. But let's take a look at the final results of the conclusion of the season 1 finale. So we have you falling backwards, Shizuku still struggling, Kana and Emma moved up a little bit, I kind of in the middle, Setsuno kind of in the middle, Kasumi has fallen actually a bit off, and then we have Shizuku moved up a decent bit, we have Kanata still doing strong, and Rina actually not getting first again here, and then we have Ayuma end up winning the final episode. So let's take a look at the full results here. These are all the results. So as you can see, yellow is generally meaning the best for that category. So for Ayumu, she ended up getting the most first place votes for this episode and winning first place, which is a first since a while at least. Overall, she's done pretty well, and getting 42 votes for first place is very good. So she ends up taking first place away from Reno, who has won the last 2 or 3 off the top of my head, and she has been doing pretty well, and she's got the third most first place votes, but she also got the most second place votes, so of course she done very well. She's also got a decent amount of last place votes here with 28, which of course is not very good considering that's pretty high compared to a bunch of the other girls. But she still has done very well here, and she still gets a second place, which is very good. Kanta has pretty much stayed in pretty good contention here. A bit worse than Rina. She get third place, which is still pretty good for her, as she's been arranging around that area. She got the least amount of last place votes with only 1, which is very, very good. But beyond that, she's kind of been mixed throughout the rankings, but she's done pretty well here. And then we have Shizuku actually moves up a lot here, as we got 4th, which is pretty good because she's been really struggling, pretty middle or towards the back. So this was kind of a nice surprise, and she got the most third place votes. And then we have in 5th place we have Kasumi. She's actually fallen back, but she has had a lot of success from before, but there's been a little bit more distaste towards her, and then the rest is pretty much the same old stuff here. So let's take a look at the results over all the episodes. So now I have all the results from before the anime and all the results during each episode, or should say after each episode, so we can see the kind of trend and seeing where each girl did well. Of course, every girl won their own episode here, but beyond that, we kind of figure out what people seem to really like here. So of course, Ayumu win the most recent one. So for example, some trends we see Shizuku, obviously she didn't show up in the anime, so she got absolutely obliterated in the rankings. So of course, that's why you see a bunch of red, which is kind of a shame. I was hoping she would be in her, but unfortunately she never showed up. So it kind of makes sense, but we didn't even get a cameo, so some people kind of don't even know who she is, so she gets absolutely destroyed. Yu has definitely fallen off, and she had a bit of resurgence with the 12th episode, but you know, for a lot of people, the fact that she's just not going to sing or hasn't sing yet and doesn't have a solo song yet really does hinder her a lot. And then with Shizuku, who got 9th, as you can see, she won 1 episode, she got 3rd place, and she kind of fallen off, but the last episode was a kind of resurgence for her. Maybe that's going to show that she's going to improve. We'll have to see. Setsuno has kind of been in the middle here. And then we have Rino, as you can see, winning a lot, and overall she was the favorite girl of the season. So up to you if you want to take the last episode as the biggest way to see who is the best girl according to people overall, according to the anime, then you can take a look at that. But if you look at average, Rina has been doing very, very well. Kasumi also has been doing very, very well, but the last episode experienced quite a big of a drop in her overall rankings, but she's still doing very, very well with a second place average. And with Karen, she's kind of struggling. She had a few episodes where she did kind of well, but beyond that, she fails to impress. That's very much true for Emma, except a bit worse. Kanta has been doing pretty good, averaging 4th overall in the season here, and she has a lot of bright spots here and there. Ayumu, of course, gets 3rd place overall. She's gotten a few great spots, but then she kind of just really struggled towards the middle of the anime. And then we have Ai, who's kind of in the middle of the pack here. But that concludes the results after this episode. Of course, these were not my results. These were your guys' votes, and here are some demographics of all the voters here. And of course, I'll give credit to everyone who participated, which should be credited in this. So of course, this will be the end of this one. So once season 2 comes, we'll probably do this again, and we'll get to take a look at all the results and analyze that and see who is going to be best girl after that. There are a lot of comments. A lot of people just literally put very similar comments about Ayumi here. Just wanted to mention that. But of course, these are all of the other comments and why people voted a certain girl a certain way, if you're curious to see why. And a lot of people really enjoyed this anime, and they got to see a lot of development with the girls. But let me know what you guys think about this, and how do you feel about these girls? How has this anime changed your opinions on these girls? Did have you figure out who is your best girl because of the anime? Let me know about that in the comments below. I thought it was a pretty good experience. It hasn't really shifted too much for me in the rankings overall, as I had a pretty good firm opinion on the girls here, but some have moved up and down, and we'll have to see how this is going to evolve, especially with Shizuku and whatever season 2 is going to hold, and if there's going to be more girls involved into it, especially if you follow with the All-Star story. We'll have to see how that changes things. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And if you want to vote in more polls like this, I'll go in the comments below. Currently, I have the Love Live Award, so that will have a poll for your best girl in there as well. So if you're interested, click the link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.